What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Baldmanreacts. Today, I want to talk a little bit about a video that has been circulating around lately. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. It is of a sign language interpreter, Lindsay, doing an interpretation of Lamb of God's Ruin from their recent concert in Austin, Texas on Slayer's final world tour. And I think it's amazing. Most big venues in the United States are required by law. All big venues in the United States are required by law to have sign language interpreters. Some you've seen are less animated. Others, as you're going to see here, are highly animated and put so much channel themselves into what they're doing and try to really convey that audience, or convey what they're feeling and what the song is feeling, making them feel to the audience, trying to channel the lead singer as well as the music. Most people that are hearing impaired or ASL can still feel those vibrations and those sonic impulses. So they can still certainly enjoy some of it. And I think it's amazing in a lot of ways, and we're going to talk about that here just a little bit. But first, if you haven't seen the video, we're going to talk about the video. This is Lindsay Rothschild Cross interpreting Lamb of God, track Ruin. Just see the amount of intensity that she's just pouring into this. First couple of times I watched the video, I was blown away, but she's doing such a great job of channeling the different feels and moods here, as well as transcribing those lyrics into sign. If you haven't had a chance to see Lamb of God live, they're always an incredibly intense live band and always put on a fantastic show. Living in Richmond and having spent plenty of time in that area, I've had a chance to see Lamb of God on their home turf quite a bit over the years, as well as in other locations and venues around the U.S. And they always put on a hell of a show. To watch her interpret and channel what they're doing to convey that to a different audience is really impressive here. Also gotta love the ginger shirt that Willie Adler's rocking over there. But it touches on such an important topic. You know, you don't always notice the interpreters are there when you're going to a bigger show. Most of the time you're just into the music and you're just really channeling that energy yourself. But being able to give this to another type of audience that doesn't have the same abilities that those of us that still possess our hearing have is so incredibly important. And I love just how incredibly deep she's getting into this and doing her best to get this out there to the audience. Especially here in this break. You see her getting angry and really diving right into it. But I've always felt that metal, despite what a lot of people think of it, is probably the most inclusive and accepting genre or collection of subgenres, if you will, of music out there. I really do believe that. As somebody who's seen thousands of shows, well, over 1,000. I don't think I'm in the thousands yet, but over 1,000 shows. I've seen the brotherhood, the sisterhood happen in metal so much. And I think it's imperative that we do make people that don't have all of the same abilities that we do feel welcome and loved and at home in our scene, because that's heavily important. It's hugely important. Metal has always been that place where people of all backgrounds and all walks of life can come and appreciate what this visceral, raw, powerful, emotional style of music in its purest form. You know, those the anger, the hatred, the aggression, the sorrow, the pain, all those emotions that get pushed so heavily in metal. And my proverbial hat goes off to Lindsay, especially for delivering that to the community. You know, some of you may know this. I've said it in other videos, others don't. I'm about 40. I'm about 40% hearing disabled from my time in the military, and it can be difficult at points. There's some of you out there as well that also have hearing issues, and you can certainly attest to it. And part of doing videos here is just the perseverance of continuing to be able to hear and doing my best. But to be inclusive to so many different people, know that despite what you have going on, you can still be a part of it, and it's phenomenal. I don't want to call it a handicap. I don't want to call it a disability, because so many people do not see it that way, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't see it as a limiting factor, especially not in being inclusive into metal. So, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Wanted to give you my thoughts on it and get it out there. If you haven't seen the video, I think it's incredibly powerful, and massive thank you to the original uploader who shot the video, who saw it and was so overwhelmed by it that he wanted to capture it and show people. And that person does not have hearing issues, but he was so moved and overwhelmed that he felt the need to record it. So thank you, my friend, for recording that and putting it up there on the interwebs so millions of us can see and experience that. Now, it's one of the things that I've tried to embody here on the channel, is always being open-minded with people and always treating them with respect, because it's important, and everyone should be able to feel comfortable regardless of where they step into. And I just think this is a phenomenal example of that, on a big stage, doing it for bands like Lamb of God. I mean, hell, that whole tour is loaded with some heavyweights: Lamb of God, Slayer, Testament, Behemoth, Anthrax. I could be missing somebody, but it's a massive tour that's been sold out for months here in the U.S. And while we didn't get a chance to see the other interpreters, my hat goes off to all of them that are doing their absolute best when they get out there all around the country to make those people that have issues hearing feel just as a part of the live metal experience as those of us that can here do. So thank you guys. Thank you for checking this one out. Let me know your thoughts. I'd be really curious to hear them. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every day. As always, you've been awesome. I've been Baldman. See you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Keep head back.